Hi, welcome to the Y Achievers. My name is Tracy Howerton. I'm here to sing a song for you called May the Work I've Done Speak for Me. May the work I've done speak for me. May the work I've done speak for me. When I'm resting in my grave, I want to hear my Savior say, may the work I've done speak for me. May the service I give speak for me. May the service I give speak for me. When I've done the best I can and my friends don't understand, may the work I've done speak for me. The work I've done, it seems so small. Sometimes it seems like nothing at all. But when I stand before my God, I want to hear him say, well done. May the work I've done speak for me. Thank you very much.
The phone did not do it justice yesterday.
Thank you, Tracy, for that beautiful performance. I'm Liz Rabideau, the chair of the YMCA board. Welcome everyone to the 5th annual Y Achievers Benefit. Not only are we celebrating our 5th graduating class, we are also embracing our new normal with our first ever Virtual Achievers Benefit. I appreciate everyone who made the time to join us tonight to celebrate the hard work and dedication this amazing group of young adults has achieved this year. And even more impressively, this group has succeeded amidst one of the most unusual and challenging times of our lives. The resilience and grit these young adults have shown through this year is extraordinary. They have had to adapt to new ways of doing things, keeping their goals and dreams alive and succeeding in their quest to go on to college. This is an example of how strong our young people are, and this bodes well for our futures as well as for their futures as well as ours. These are the leaders of the future, and we are in good hands. I want to thank everyone who invests their time, talent, and treasure to the Achievers program, and to our board of directors for their unwavering belief and support of these young adults. I especially want to thank our board members who work tirelessly on the Achievers Steering Committee, Mario, Marie, Gretchen, and their fearless leader, Alex. Thank you all. And now let's meet the 2020 class of Y Achievers.
My name is Aldan Rose.
My name is Jessica Brady.
My name is Erwin Thaloma.
Hi, my name is Bianca.
My name is Alicia Johnson.
My name is Valerie Batista Medina.
My name is Alana McFarlane.
My name is Nicolina Hannaford.
My name is Leah Wallace.
My name is Alon Slade Feria.
My name is Brianna Batiste.
And we are the class of 2020.
Now.
Good evening. My name is Alex Gomes. I'm very excited about tonight, and thank you to everyone taking the time to celebrate with us on this special night. It's taken a lot of effort and resources to bring this event to you live, but it goes to show you the tenacity and drive of our program leaders and our kids, that no matter the obstacles, we still persevere and finish what we've started. Without the support of our community organizations and individual volunteers, we wouldn't have been able to make this happen tonight. This is our 5th year anniversary of this event. And if you've had the opportunity to attend the events prior, you would have realized you were in a very special moment. We get to hear from our community. We get to hear from our achievers. We have a keynote speaker. And to top all of that, we also have a delicious dinner that's presented to us. Tonight, we're not going to be able to have any of that. But we are able to actually provide the kids with the meal that is being catered by Escargot Cafe. So a special shout out to David and Peter Troutman. Jeannie Wheeler, for preparing 77 meals for our achievers. And these meals will be hand delivered over 6 different towns by an adult achiever tonight at the conclusion of this program. So I want to send another special shout out and thanks for making that initiative happen tonight. I'm going to jump into it and talk about our program sponsors. Our program sponsors, I want to send a thank you to. That's Worthington Campbell Jr. Fund of the Cape Cod Foundation, Community Fund for Young People of the Cape Cod Foundation, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Santander Bank, YMCA Cape Cod Jeff Dropo Memorial Fund, Alliance of Massachusetts YMCAs, Rockland Trust Charitable Foundation, Rotary Club of Hyannis, Cape Air, Cape and Islands District Attorney's Office, Michael O'Keefe, Mass Networks Education Partnerships Incorporated, Stacy Pugh, West Parish of Barnstable, and Thomas Frederick. I also want to get into some of the event sponsors tonight. That's Barbara Burgo, Jeannie Adams, Donald and Jean Johnson, Barbara Robbins, Randy Hunt, Molly Sproul, Nicole McFarland, Claire and Dave Reed, Marie Younger Blackburn, Britt Biedenbender, Pamela and David Purdy, Agnes Griffin, Susan and Jeffrey Clancy, Lisa Santangelo Feely, Mark Solomon, Elizabeth Clancy Coleman, and Eric Steinhilber. I also don't want to forget about the individual donors that have given to the program. At the conclusion of the event, you'll be able to see those people that are actually giving to the program at the conclusion. It's important to highlight that the Achievers is a fee-free program, but we also know that nothing in this world comes for free. So the initiative that we have taken is we're making sure that the kids are giving back at least a minimum of 20 hours to our program. And actually a third of our kids have completed more than 40 hours throughout the school year. In combination with adult achievers and our teens, we have 1,000 combined hours. And because of COVID, we would have actually had closer to 1,200, but as we know, we just have to adjust. Some of those community events consist of MLK Day with the AmeriCorps, YMCA Breakfast with Santa, Rotary Rewards Reading and Red Cross America, Hyannis Rotary Annual Home Garden and Lifestyle. To conclude this piece, I want to thank our sponsors who continue to give back their time, talent, and treasure. Volunteering is a huge part of the Achievers, and I want to make it evident that some of the Achievers that are giving back, they have their own favorite experiences, and I would love to get into some of those.
Favorite thing, we do it every year, is reading to the kids.
They look up to you in a way, they want to know how it is to be, in that position that you are at.
You were once younger and you saw people come in and read to you, and being able to read to kids, that it's something that you just have to do.
Because in the future, I want to work with kids, and getting the experience that is a good thing, and it gives me exposure to what I want to do in the future.
My favorite event to volunteer at would be the Breakfast with Santa, because everyone's just so happy and excited, and I only see happy faces.
Yes, my favorite event was Breakfast with Santa because I got up at 6 in the morning. I was the first one there, and I helped set up everything.
It's always been MLK Day. I love volunteering at in any sort of way when it comes to MLK Day, because it's very special to me.
Well, good evening. My name is Renee King, and I am the program director for the Achievers program. The Achievers program is fueled by volunteers. And over the last 5 years, we've had over 200 adult achievers share anywhere from 3 hours to over 200 hours with our amazing program. One of those volunteers is with us tonight, and he is a homegrown rock star. We have a little history in that his mother was my 4-H teacher, and I had the opportunity to actually babysit him. It is with great pleasure that I introduce who we know as our peace officer, Brian Morrison. So,
good evening.
For you. The question that I have you to share one of your favorite moments with Brown.
Well, one of my favorite pieces of the Y Achievers as a Y Achiever adult volunteer, the favorite moments are always during the college trips. The Y Achievers are always so impressive with their questions and their interest in all the colleges and universities we go to. And during our visit, it's not only a great opportunity, educational piece for them, it's a huge reward for all the hard work they do all year. So that is probably my favorite time of, or volunteering time for the Y Achievers.
Now, we have a unique partnership with the police force here in Barnstable. So can you share with me the police commissioner and the deputy chief Jeannie, who is also a very active member on our steering committee?
Sure, we have a police chief in Matt Stonderman, and actually 2 deputy chiefs, Mark Cabral and Jeannie Chalice. Jeannie Chalice, who you just spoke of, is also one of the Y Achiever adult volunteers. They're very supportive in this program, and I appreciate them supporting me being involved in the program. And I believe the program, because of its opportunities it has to offer for the young people, is why the chiefs and the deputy chiefs back this program. So they're very supportive of it. I mean, it opens up opportunities for them that, it's very important to the young people that otherwise might not get that opportunity. So it's very important for me to help out. It bridges the gap between, the police and the young kids in our community. So it's a very powerful, important piece for us.
So much so that your team allows you to spend an entire week with us on our traditional college week, and they actually pay you for that. So this is what I'm talking about, those types of tightly woven community partnerships. And there's so many ways to give. I mean, you can give anywhere from $10, which will buy an achiever a special volunteer t-shirt, to $5,000, where that helps us to continue to take the students to college campuses. I have another question for you, Brian. Can
Sure.
you tell me something that an achiever taught you?
Absolutely. I think together as a whole, all the students over the years have just taught me that, there are many challenges in life. But if you work hard and steady the course, you can achieve anything. I mean, for a young person to teach an older person that, it's amazing to me, because these young kids do work so hard. And, again, with all the donations, that helps as well. But to see the power that these young kids possess, and just they amaze me every year. And just the things that they teach me, but especially overcoming all the challenges. And some of them have a lot of tough challenges that they have to overcome.
Well, thank you, Brian. I'd like to just make a huge shout out to our seniors this year. 90% of our achievers, our seniors, have been working as essential workers since early mid-March. And to that, I would say we celebrate our class of 2020. So your donations really help to fuel this program. It helps achievers and the adult achievers that they meet have lasting memories. Let's hear from the achievers themselves about some of their favorite memories.
My favorite memory, I'd say, is going to the media center and like recording our own videos for like the whole week long, so like that escape from doing different things. That would be my favorite.
We went to like several different colleges, and I don't know, it kind of made me realize how important my education is.
And for me, I had never visited any college. I didn't even know there was colleges beyond 4 Cs.
I don't know, I just like when everyone like bonds together and then we're just all having a good time and just being around each other. It's just a great feeling, great energy, a great vibe.
I felt mentored through Miss King and Miss Blackburn. Well, Miss Blackburn and I like talked sometimes and we tried to work things out and like how I can just help more and help more and help more.
My best memories from the Achievers have probably been going on the college tours and getting to experience what it would be like going to a college. So having the field walk around campus and seeing the classrooms and how the people interact with each other.
Hello, Y Achievers. It's so great to be here with you tonight. I wish we could be together in person, but I am very lucky to have Aldion and Nikki join me for a little informal conversation about what the Y Achievers program has provided them this year. And we're going to get a little bit of their insights. So Aldion, I'm going to start with you. And my question is, just really thinking about all of the calls for social justice, the large protests that are taking place across the country. Have you thought about what mark you'd like to make on the world?
It is a hard thought to just process as we're like just leaving high school, but I have just trying to make sure that I not educate myself, educate others, and putting my best foot forward as to like protesting and doing what's right and following what's the right thing to do.
Yeah, use that voice, Aldion. It's an important one, and we need to hear it. So thank you for that. And Nikki, how about you? What thoughts have you put into putting?
With all that's happened in our country and over the last 400 years, I am tired of it all. So I decided to make a difference in the only way that I could, by protesting, signing petitions, and using my social media platform. Almost a month ago, my friend and I created a social media platform on Instagram called Black Youths United, where people of color could have a voice and share their perspectives, experiences, and thoughts on the recurring issue of racism in America. We're currently working on a little short film that highlights the prominent issues revolving racism. I've been to a couple protests over the last month. They were both different in their own way. The first one I went to was in Hyannis near Tropical Cafe, where a group of young protesters and I stood with signs chanting Black Lives Matter, no justice, no peace, along with other chants. I also went to another one on Monday in Boston with my sisters. We marched for like an hour and a half with various chants of Black Lives Matter, no justice, no peace. If we don't get it, shut it down, hands up, don't shoot, etc. A whole bunch of other ones as well. I feel like the power you receive from participating in these protests make you feel like you're making a difference. And it made me feel like I was making a difference, that I was, having a say in what was going on in the country. I hope to be a voice for the voiceless and be someone who takes a stand in all the adversity towards Black and brown people of America. The change has to start within ourselves to be able to have legislative action take place to combat racism. And I will make sure that I fight for the equality of my people until we get what we deserve, because we haven't been treated right for over 400 years. And I think making my mark isn't really about being like a well-known activist or, being a company that funds the Black Lives Matter movement or any type of movement that relates to racism, but to be someone who stands up for what's right and uses the resources that I've been given to make a change.
Go.
Nikki, you are one impressive lady, and I am just amazed at your ability to make time to make sure that you take your passions on this issue and you squeeze it into your busy schedule. So thank you for your commitment to your passion and support for this issue. Back to you, Aldion. I have another question. And this one has to do with just the unbelievable and extraordinary challenges, you've had to face this year. As if, applying to college and getting into college isn't enough, the pandemic has thrown, lots your way. So you continue to impress all of us with how you've been responding to these added challenges. How do you think the Y Achievers program has really helped you to deal with these kinds of obstacles and even prepare you for, those future challenges you'll face?
Thank you. That is very true. There's been a lot of challenges that just came up. You need to just quickly maneuver and just find a right path to get back on. But the Y Achievers has been there for me so many times, but for Y Achievers as well. They've been really helping me with those challenges and going forward. Even from the past, there's always challenges that come up in life, but you just gotta know how to move around it, find a new route, and the Y Achievers has really done their part in doing that. So I really thank the Y Achievers for that.
I've watched you grow up so much, Aldion, in this program, and it's just such a pleasure to see that come to life through you. And I think your perseverance is going to take you so far in the future.
Thank you.
Let's hear a little bit from Nikki on this same question and obstacles and overcoming those and what her future brings.
I said the Y Achievers program was giving like a counseling hand throughout this difficult time by having check-ins and opportunities to connect with the leaders. Although I haven't really been on many check-ins, to know that that support system is there, it was really helpful during the pandemic. I mean, for the whole class of 2020, not even only for the class of 2020, but, globally, this pandemic has changed a lot of lives, and it's made me realize that, things won't go as planned, and, you'll definitely have to face difficult circumstances in your life and kind of rearrange certain things in your life. But if you have like the right attitude and like most importantly, the right support system, people that are there that'll help you get through it, then, it'll definitely help you to go through this challenging time. And I feel like the whole class of 2020 has had to deal and work with, these challenges at hand, because we've never really dealt with something like this. So it was new to everyone. So we all had to, put on our big boy and big girl pants and really, reflect and be able to adjust to these changes. But, the most important thing is that we had to go through it together. We are going through it together. And I feel like with the Y Achievers program, it definitely equipped me with that, with the ability to adjust and to also acknowledge the support system that is there to help us, throughout this, this challenging time.
Nikki, I've heard you say in some other material that I've had the honor to be able to look at, you talk about heart and hard work. And those are definitely going to be the elements that help you to push through all these obstacles. So thank you for those words. I think I'm going to carry those with me for myself as I continue on this journey of overcoming obstacles with the Y and serving our community. I want to thank both of you for your thoughtfulness in preparing for tonight and all the hard work that you have both put into the program over the last several years. You have very bright futures. I do have some parting thoughts for each of you and also for the entire Y Achievers graduating class. Live fully, love forthrightly, laugh frequently, listen fervently, and learn forevermore. We believe you are the change makers that our country needs. Congratulations to both of you and the entire class of Y Achievers. There are just so many skills that this program teaches. So I really look forward to hearing next about some of the other lessons our Y Achievers have learned.
The most impactful skill I've learned through Achievers would be time management.
I never really knew how to keep a goal or how to even come up with a goal. So I came up with a few goals. I'm still trying to keep up with them. I already achieved a few of them. So that was honestly one of the skills that I value the most about this program that I learned.
Like communication was a huge breakthrough for me.
The most important skill I've learned through Achievers was adaptability.
Speaking out loud, because being in the Y Achievers, I've been able to master that, and now I'm not nervous as I used to be speaking in front of a cam or audience or something.
Definitely being productive and getting down, getting stuff done.
Perseverance and hard work and work ethic.
Most impactful skill I probably learned through Achievers was having a voice. And what I mean by that is being able to speak up for myself and advocate for other people.
Good evening. I'm Patrick Clark, principal at Barnstable High School, and I've had the pleasure of being the chairman of the Y Achievers Board since its inception. Back several years ago, the YMCA did an internal review and said, we've got some work to do to make sure we're doing the right things for youth in the town of Barnstable. So Stacy Pugh and the great leadership from Renee King came together and did the research and formed a regional version of the National Y Achievers program. And it has been absolutely awesome to watch these young people grow, now starting in Barnstable for several years and adding in DY and maybe growing around the whole region over the next several years. But it has certainly been a pleasure to watch the young people grow into the mature, ready to launch adults they are as of tonight. In terms of some progress the program has made, we started off several years back with about 10 students who were interested in really improving themselves as students and improving their commitment to their community. And now the program is growing leaps and bounds. And as you see tonight in Barnstable, we have 20 seniors from the class of 2020. And each year, the program really does grow. Our Career Cluster program allows students the opportunity to meet professionals from all sorts of fields, from healthcare and from engineering and entrepreneurship. And it's been fabulous. So those folks deserve, the community partners deserve a great round of applause for the work that they've done. And lastly, a tremendous thank you goes out to Dr. John Cox and his team over at Cape Cod Community College. We have a fabulous community college 4 miles away from Barnstable High School, right here in our town. And one item that I've been pushing, and it's been great to see it come to be, is that we have every Y Achiever applying to Cape Cod Community College. And as you'll see tonight, we have ballpark about half of our Y Achievers this year will be starting right here at 4Cs, getting an awesome education. They're going to get 2 years under their belt, their associate's degree, before they head off to a 4-year school. However, they haven't had to wait until after high school to start at 4Cs. We have had 11 achievers from Barnstable High involved in the dual enrollment program. And a couple of these, the achievers are going to get a year or more than a year of college completed while they are still in high school, not only saving some substantial money, but also proving to themselves that they can be a college student who can achieve. And when they get that high school diploma, they're already multiple steps down that road of college success. So thank you again to everyone involved, John Cox over at 4Cs, and the good people connected to the YMCA for making this partnership come together. So with that growth, we do have adding our friends from Dennis Yarmouth. Now I'm going to turn it over to them to hear what's going on with the newly formed DY group.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Achievers Program for allowing my wife and I to be part of such an awesome community project. There have been many individuals over the last year and a half that we've been involved with the program that we could talk about: the classroom achievements, outside achievements, field trips, college visits. However, we want to just highlight just a few of our personal endeavors with these students and to bring to light the growth that we have seen them achieve over the last 18 to 24 months. First of all, I want to mention Briante, who was a young man who I first saw several months ago, who came to one of the programs, had to be there early in the morning. He was kind of upset because he was late. And I saw him brush by me, and I went over and talked to him and asked him what was the problem. He said, "I'm late." I said, "Look, you're here. That's the important thing. And you have so much to give." And I said, "You're a leader. They look up to you. So you have to carry yourself that way." And I saw just in that instant, 180 to 360 degree turn that he made and became very much of a leader of the pack, if you will. Also, there's Remy, who has achieved so much in the field of athletics, winning district first places and regional first places, and never mention about it. I think he's a quiet warrior. But when we mention it to him, he seemed to grow within himself and do fantastic things with the program. I always say that there is a time to share. And one of the experiences that I had the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl between the Pats and the Atlanta Falcons. And I came back and I shared that experience. And I also looked at their some souvenirs that I had brought back for them. But lastly, the opportunities that I saw while shopping at either BJ's or Stop and Shop, I ran into the children or the kids, young adults, and they were always smiling, always giving of themselves. That was an opportunity for them to learn and for me to ask them, how is school going? And one of the questions that I asked one of the young ladies while we were at BJ's with her parents was about Tranquility Base. And we sat down and we talked about it at right there at BJ's. So there was an opportunity to learn and to let them know that even though we weren't in school, we were still learning. The thing that I want to mention also is that last thing I want to say is that a phrase that I coined, that the road and path to success is through education and is always under construction. Julia?
Hi, I'm Julia Johnson, and I've worked with DY students for over 30 years. Working with the Y Achievers has provided an opportunity to continue my involvement with students while in my retirement. The Y Achievers are wonderful young adults who understand that they can dream big and work to achieve those dreams. DY had 3 senior achievers in 2019, and they've all completed their first year of college. There are 5 achiever graduates from DY this year. 4 of these young women have taken 1 or more advanced placement courses. 1 achiever received recognition as a Cape Cod Times Rising Star, and all 5 will be attending college in the fall with studies in education, biology, and pre-med. All of them have been essential workers since early March in the pandemic era. We will be here to support you, achievers, as you continue to work to achieve your goals. Congratulations to all of our DY achievers. We've been fortunate to pass some advice to our achievers and appreciate their willingness to take that advice. Now, let's hear them pass on the advice to the next generation of Y achievers.
I would say, honestly, I would say everyone I meet while I was in Achievers is impacted me in some way.
I also, learned how valuable my education is in the future and how I should kind of continue on with my education and, work harder than what I was doing before.
The Achievers, it really drove home that, you know, you can be whatever you want. It just takes hard work and heart.
And all you gotta do is ask for help.
No, I really enjoyed it. And I felt that I became more open to doing new things with the Achievers.
And it's been amazing. It's been really a great time, and I just appreciate it so much.
We've heard quite a few things about the YMCA Achievers program, but let me give you just a little bit of background. This program started in 1967, almost 54 years ago, in Houston, Texas, by a doctor by the name of Quentin Meese. And what he discovered at that time was that there weren't a lot of physicians that looked like him. And he was an American of African descent. And he was really wondering why more students weren't aspiring to be doctors. And what he found was that in a child's academic development, it is extremely important for them to see people in their likeness so that they know that they too can become teachers, engineers, doctors, communication specialists. And so that's what we're talking about here when we talk about caring adults sharing their gifts, their talents with the Achievers. So there is data that says that a child, all children, will grow in an order of magnitude when they have 5 or more caring adults in their life outside of their immediate family. So that's what this program is all about. Getting caring adults to share their career experiences, their life experiences, their challenges, so that the students realize that they're not alone with their struggles. So this program, College and Beyond, is all about partnerships. You've heard a few of those partnerships with the high schools, partnerships with the elementary schools, partnerships with the local government, partnership with law enforcement. Partnership. So if you're thinking about a program in your neck of the woods, connect with those things that are there. But what we're here today for is we need your help. We need your donations for this amazing program to continue. This year is our 2nd consecutive year where 100% of our graduating seniors are going to be on campus in September. Not only do we stay with the students up through their admissions into college, we stay there for the entire journey. We stay there in their 13th year, 14th year, 15th year, 16th year, and until they land a career job of their liking. That's so important. We have 84% of our graduating seniors over the last 5 years still matriculating in college. And this year is a milestone year. Our first student, Renee Walker, has received her associate's degree and is on to pursue her bachelor's degree in the healthcare field. Renee Walker did not have an easy task at this. There were times that she was homeless. There were times when she walked more than 3 miles just to get up to the community college. But with her tenacity, she landed the plane and she will be receiving her associate's degree in September. So yes, this program is College and Beyond. Please help us to continue supporting this program with your donations.
I'm gonna go to 4Cs, and then after that, I will transfer to UMass Lowell.
I will be attending UMass Dartmouth in the fall for nursing and having a minor in psychology.
I think I would choose 4Cs. I chose biology as a major.
I will be attending 4Cs in the fall to do my prereqs for the first 2 years, and then I will be transferring to Fitchburg State to major in communications media.
I'm planning to study elementary education at Plymouth State University.
In the fall, I'm going to be going to 4Cs, and then 2 years later, I'm going to be transferring to Suffolk University.
My plan is to attend 4Cs for 2 years and major in marketing. And then after that, I'm going to transfer to UMass Amherst and then continue my marketing degree.
Plans for the fall would be attending college at Worcester State University, and I will be pursuing a major in nursing.
I'll be attending Howard University. I plan to major in biology and minor in psychology on a pre-med track. And hopefully down the road, I want to attend medical school and do my residency to become a doctor.
So we're going to cut to a quick video of showing you how to donate to our program.
Hey, thanks for choosing to give to the Y Achievers. Your first step is to go to ymcacapecod.org/donate. Once there, you'll scroll down and choose Give Online. After you select your donation amount, you want to make sure you choose Achievers COVID-19 Challenge as the campaign and Patrick Richardson as the campaigner. Thank you so much. 1.
Before we conclude the night, I would be remiss not to include our coordinator, Andrew Coleman, who has put all this together with the technology piece. It's like with this whole COVID thing, everybody's had to react in a way that is impactful, and he really pieced this thing together well. So I'm happy that we were able to show you some of the things that we are involved in. We barely scratched the surface. There's so much more that this program has to offer to our youth, and we're really looking to touch everybody that needs this. I would say that thank you again to our sponsors. Really, we have to put ourselves in these kids' shoes. They not only survived a pandemic, working through it, and finished off school through it with technology challenges, but they also are living in a time of social unrest. Right now, you don't know what tomorrow news story you're going to read that might be traumatic to you, and you don't know if it's going to hit home. So we really need to hone in on our kids, on this community program that's really servicing the community that needs the help the most. So I really, really, really feel that at this moment in time is the time to really give back not only your time, but your resources. And I will pass it to Renee to give you a little bit more about what that looks like.
So I've had the opportunity to see this program evolve from just a concept to a full-blown program that will soon launch into other school systems. I've seen children at their very best and at their worst. Every opportunity is an opportunity to learn something. Having a plan B is always important. Nothing in life is free, so the importance of giving back. I would say one of the most rewarding experience for me personally is seeing our teenage achievers reaching back to the elementary school and reading to the elementary schools. You'll see in our videos what an impact that did for them, and their esteem, and their ability to believe in themselves. So all of the students, they had their great promise. They had their gifts. What we have done as caring adults is we have shined a light so that they can see within themselves that they have everything that they need. They just have to believe. So I'm going to share with you something that helps me get up every day and reach out to these amazing students. It comes from Mother Teresa herself. So make us a channel for peace, that where there is hatred, we may bring love. Where there is wrong, we may bring a spirit of forgiveness. Where there is discord, we may bring harmony. Where there is error, we can bring truth. Where there is doubt, we can bring faith. Where there is despair, we can bring hope. Where there is shadows, we can bring light. Where there is sadness, we can bring joy. For it is forgetting self that one finds self. So thank you to all of the sponsors, the volunteers, and everyone who has given of their time, their talent, and their treasure to make the Achievers Program what it is today and what it will be in the future. Thank you so much. We have a few more videos to share with you.
We are 5-star ambassadors.
We represent ourselves.
Our families.
Our schools.
Our communities.
And our cultural heritage.
With dignity and excellence.
We are achievers.
Thank you for giving us your donation. If it weren't for your donations, we wouldn't have been able to go on our trips or do so many activities together.
There's a reason that we call you Amazing Achievers, and that is because you are truly amazing. I have been honored, and it has been a complete joy to be a part of your journey, watching you complete high school with challenges that we never expected, but doing so with strength, positivity, determination, and all the good qualities that each of you possess as individuals. Thank you for letting me be a part of that journey, and I wish you all the best. And please know that we're always here. The relationships that we have developed along the way are for life, and we are always here to celebrate you, to support you, and to continue on together. Congratulations.
Hey Achievers, it's Katie Clancy. I am on the steering committee that helps organize all the big stuff and the big ideas for the program. And I'm really, really proud to be part of it. I'm also a DY graduate, and I'm so stinking proud of you guys. This is just awesome. And I want to leave you with a quote that, it's actually my own quote that I learned in my own life. And it is this, and it has taken me to heights that I would never have thought possible. I have reached goals in my life. I have reached a level of happiness in my life by following these words, and they are this: do not be defined by what the world does to you. Be defined by what you do in the world. So you're not going to be the kid who had some bad luck. You're going to be the kid who helped someone else who had bad luck, right? That's who you are. So go out there, be who you are. Who you are is awesome. We love you, and we're so proud of you.
Hey Achievers, listen, I'm sorry we didn't get to spend as much time this year as we have in past years. We didn't get to know each other quite so well, but I do want you to know that I'm very, very proud of you for being so resilient and for being able to move forward no matter what. And listen, I do expect you to continue to stay in contact and to share your experience and the things you've learned, and stay in touch and help mentor the classes that are still coming up behind you. Listen, once an achiever, always an achiever. Good luck, guys. Take care.
So I just want to salute you. You earned the right to be celebrated today. I want you to go forth and remember, you put in the work, and you will continue to put in the work to obtain the kind of future that you desire and deserve. So keep your heads up, keep your ears to the ground, and continue to do the work. I celebrate you, and I had a wonderful 5 years walking with you and learning about you.